Oh, I thought that this...
Behold. My stuff.
That's a great clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, thank you so much for being here for just a stream of avarice. I have things, and I want to show them off. There are things that I have seen. There are things that I have not seen. Pardon me. I will put out my cigarette as I focus. I am blessed to be surrounded by a library of physical media. It is not mine. It is my father's. And this is a journey that I started with my co-host on the Phantasmagorium show, Steve. And I got Ben from Cinema Gulp to join me for A and B. And now we are here with C and D. So I thought that it would be really interesting to go through this list with another co-host from the Phantasmagorium. Kat, you are here. How are you?
Good. I'm here. Been here.
You enjoy this sort of interaction?
Yeah.
None of these are steel books, by the way.
That's fine. I got tons of them right next to me here. I got a whole wall of them over there.
Some of these are DVDs. Are you going to get upset because they are not 4K?
No, I have, in fact, some DVDs.
What's your favorite DVD?
I can't pick that. That's too hard.
Okay. It was a bad question. It was a stupid question.
Oh,
all right.
It's pie.
So let's start with the C's.
All right. Hello, Lemon Pie.
Lemon. Oh, I should actually.
And hello,
okay.
Phantasmist.
Hey, look at that guy. He's camera shy.
All right. Show.
So while I am shuffling through the physical media, would you be so kind as to pay attention to the chat?
I am right now. Hello, Tiger Stripes.
Hey, Tiger. Yes. Bad question? Stupid question. No bad questions. No stupid questions. Although, Tiger Stripes, I'm glad you're here because, yes, I hope to pay a little bit more attention to the films this time. So, I guess this is the first one.
Crank. I heard that was not for me, so I did not watch it. I heard they weren't.
You never saw Crank?
I didn't.
Did you ever see Shoot 'Em Up?
No. I'm not sure I know which one that is.
Shoot 'Em Up was with Clive Owen and Monica Bellucci.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. No. This is a sort of an of its era.
Oh, yeah. That was the guy who was on friend of the channel, Robert Meyer Burnett's stream, the director of that, who was trying to get a comic done of it.
Yeah. Yes. That would be the Shoot 'Em Up guy. But this has Amy Smart and Dwight Yoakam.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a very, very extreme action movie.
Tiger Stripes does remind us that have a little more to say about them. Y'all skated over the apartment.
Oh no, you're right. Absolutely, Tiger. I'm on your side. I'm trying to give a little bit more sort of context to the films. I did skate over the apartment, but it's also one of those things where it's like The Apartment. Everyone has seen it. Everyone loves it. It's kind of required.
Yeah.
I feel like The Apartment and Casablanca are like, you don't love it? Get out.
Tiger Stripes follows it up saying Statham. I have friends who won't miss a Jason Statham film. Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's a lot of Statham.
Ah.
Let's see. Oh, well. First things first.
More
it is
war
the
films.
War collection.
Well, your dad had a lot of that in the first two here. The Cruel Sea. I have not heard of that one.
Yeah, no, neither have I. But it's not
What
my
else?
collection. It's got Jack Hawkins, Donald Sinden, and Denholm Elliott.
What else is in this
War.
collection?
What?
Oh, is that
In
just
the
a
War
label for like a
collection?
series?
Probably a lot of war movies.
No, I mean, is there multiple movies in that case, or is it just the one?
No, it's just the one. It's just
Oh,
the
okay,
one.
so it's like series. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. In terms of the spine.
All right. Yeah. Just to get-
Lionsgate.
Yeah. We don't need to see that, but okay.
Well, you're asking, and I want to
No,
be
no, I was just
specific.
asking if it was
physical
well, because when
media.
it says collection, that implies that there's multiple films in the box. But I guess it's one of those series things.
You want me to open the box?
We don't need to open the box, otherwise we'll be here all night.
I opened the box.
Yeah, I know. I understand that there's only one movie in there now that you told me, but we gotta get rolling.
Why? You in a hurry?
I know, but we'll be here forever if we just keep going over the semantics of it.
We'll be here until it's done. Maybe we'll only get through the C's.
Well, we'll get through them all. Let's see. What's the next one? The Charge of the Light Brigade. I see that's another one I don't know, but I recognize the actor on the cover.
It's is that John Gielgud?
Hold it up so
It
we can see his
is.
face. Yeah, it looks like him. Yeah.
Directed by Tony Richardson.
Mm-mm.
Screenplay by Charles Wood
Looks like a
and
cross between
music by John Addison. Vanessa Redgrave is in this film.
Okay.
Looks like a movie for old people.
Yeah. If we don't have much to say about the film, we could move on to the next one.
No, you said I was running. No, actually, Tiger was like, "Oh no, you're going
Well,
too fast."
when we have things to actually say about it, like when we get to films we know. Yeah, we've seen the cover plenty. We don't need to see it anymore.
Well, here's some Liam Neeson.
Okay, Cold Pursuit.
Is there? No. You know what the funny thing is that it says that there is a digital copy. My dad throws away the digital copies because he thinks that they're like extra wrapping.
Some people sell them on eBay, the digital, or they keep the digital code and then we'll sell the physical. Cold Pursuit. Yeah, that was a funny movie. It was very weird because they advertise it like as a Liam Neeson movie, but it's more like an ensemble. And
Yeah.
it was pretty
Takes place
wacky.
in Canada.
It does. It was a very wacky movie. It was really funny. The climax was okay, a little interesting how they're trying to tie it together, but it was different. I'll give it credit for that. But I think they are overplaying how much of a role Liam Neeson's character plays in the film because he's like, the big name.
Yeah, but like,
Who else is in that film?
Sorry.
Does it say who the other actors are as like the leads?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the names.
Laura Dern. So it's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of like Jurassic Park. Like, how do you watch a movie with Liam Neeson in the cold if he already made The Gray?
Because there's different types you can make. Because, as I recall, that was more of the Gray was more of a nature thriller, whereas this was more of a Cold Pursuit was more of a crime thriller.
It was like Fire Down Below with what's his name?
What do you got now?
The guy with the ponytail.
Seagal?
Yeah.
What are you opening? I hear it.
Well, no, I gotta wait 9 seconds. I can't.
9.
Yeah, no, they won't. Like, YouTube will not let me.
Not let you what?
Okay, we're good. We can talk about Nazis. So, Cross of Iron with James Cope.
Oh, yes. I know that. See, James Coburn, Maximilian Scheel, and the third name is blocked. Raise it a little bit.
Oh, David Warner's in there.
Oh, James Mason. David
James
Warren,
Mason is in there.
Santa
Who
Burka.
is,
Okay,
and this is Sam Peckinpah. This is a Sam Peckinpah
that's
film.
right. It is. I believe I saw that a long time ago. I have to see it
Oh,
again.
you gotta read. You gotta check this shit out. If you like Nazis,
Oh, I see. You were waiting for it to hit the 10-minute mark threshold. I was like, what are we waiting for?
yeah. Well, I was trying. I don't think I succeeded.
Yeah, I think we did, but the cross of iron doesn't, mean the word Nazi yet. You could just say.
Well, they're
cross of iron.
Nazis.
Right, but you could just say cross of iron. People get
The more we say it,
picture.
it's not going to help.
Chicago. I remember not caring for that film as much. I didn't think it should have won Best Picture. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I didn't think it was as great as some of the other nominees that year. Musical, and as a musical, it was. I mean, it wasn't a musical in the way that, say, West Side Story, where it felt more almost like a stage musical I was watching. That was Rob Marshall, wasn't it? His director?
Sure.
I think. Is it?
Well, no, I can't read. But I do think it's. You know what? I think it's an interesting film. I've seen it once. It is a classic musical in the way that Hollywood loves classic musicals. I honestly, if anyone ever questions Marissa Tomei getting an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny, I would also like those people to get into an arena and say, did Catherine Zeta-Jones deserve an Oscar for Chicago, or is there a Michael Douglas involved? Anyway, moving on. Crocodile Dundee trilogy.
I remember the first two. I did not see. I think I saw the third, and it was bad enough. I didn't.
I saw part of the third. It's cute enough.
Is the first one that's set mostly in New York, and the second one that's set in Australia?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to remember which way that went. That was made back at the time when America was like obsessed with Australia for some reason. But
no, it got me obsessed with Australia. The entire reason I moved to Australia for a year was because of Crocodile Dundee.
But it was more like stereotypical Australian stuff rather than actual Australia. So it was okay. I remember I did like Crocodile Dundee, the character from the first two movies, though. Yes. This is a trilogy.
Oh, here's a person I haven't seen in a while. Sorry about the pop.
The Contract.
But John Cusack and Morgan Freeman in The Contract.
That sounds like one of those direct-to-video things that you see a lot of big actors doing these days.
And this is the thing, is that my dad buys a lot of movies, and he buys them based on the cover. My dad is a teenage girl when it comes to
I wasn't judging. I was saying that looks like one of those movies where you see a lot of actors, a lot of good actors will do direct-to-video stuff because they have very short film schedules and they get big paychecks. And it's like,
I joke better glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I'm going to start with the good.
Okay. Oh, that was bad news.
Clue. Okay, that's a good one. One of the few movies based on like a game that actually, like a board game no less, that actually worked.
Yes.
Which is why it's surprising, because I don't think any films like that have been done, well. Oh, Captain Finity is here. Chief Judge Finity.
Hey, Finity.
Judging, eh? Like, yeah, I guess we are judging based on the titles that we find in this collection.
Yeah. It's right up your alley, sir.
I don't know his name, so I'm just going to call him Scotty Senior's Collection.
Play along. Yeah, Scotty Senior's Collection. It's chaos.
Is that the bad news?
Wesley Snipes.
Ryan Felipe, Jason Statham. Is that the bad news you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I've never heard of it, fortunately. Always bad news.
Come on. Don't you think it'd be fun? It's got a Blockbuster code.
Yeah, they used to sell. I used to get some DVDs there because they would sell them.
Of course.
Oh, Cinematic Universe is in the chat. He says, and I wasn't invited. This is literally a spur of the moment thing. Oh, Cowboys and Aliens. I didn't care for that one very much.
I think the cast is interesting and you can watch it. It's more of a hangout movie, but ultimately unsatisfying.
You're right. It is a hangout movie. Chief Finity says he did some research on Clue. Apparently, one ending is the real
just
ending.
now?
Apparently, one ending is the real ending.
Oh,
I've heard about that.
yes. Couldn't care less. But thank you. Oh, shit. You know what? I've been wanting to rewatch this.
Okay, so I really love the first half of that movie, and then the second half happens.
Well, I know. When he gets shot in the neck and he jumps over a fucking...
No, I mean, after the scene at the nightclub, about the halfway point, after that, it becomes a bit like a generic thriller. Like, I didn't believe that Jamie Foxx's character would start pursuing him or whatever. Once he tries to leave. I love the first half of that movie, though. It's really good. Just the second half didn't work for me as much.
It just blows up into an action movie. It's like the...
Well, that's my thing. Is that it became like a standard action movie in the second half, I thought.
Agreed.
The first half I thought was really good, though. That's a movie you feasibly could have had the whole movie take place in the cabin. It would be great.
Holy shit. Check out this cast. Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones, Alice Eve, and Gal Gadot.
I noticed that the Canadian DVDs all have the French titles on it too.
That's like by law because apparently French is our second language.
There's a student.
That's how we study.
I've not heard of that film.
But look at this cast. Like they can't
it's a
be
great
secondary characters.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
It's ridiculous.
Which is crazy
that $100 million movie. I'm gonna watch this. This is
crazy how bargain basement cheap movies like that can get top tier actors and nobody hears about them. They just
how is that possible? How is that cast possible?
I don't know. That seems like the kind of movie you're gonna find at like a gas station, like the barrel of DVDs they'd have there.
That's what people said about Cannonball Run.
Yeah, I admit I think the Gumball Rally is a better version of the Cannonball Run is more blatant comedy and trying to be really funny. It's good.
There's an audio commentary.
There is. And yeah, it's got Roger Moore in it, so that's fun.
That is fun.
But and Dom DeLuise, it looks like, yeah. It's been ages since I've seen that.
I haven't the slightest idea what the shit this is. Is this
Colin
Firth?
Oh, I know. I recognize so Leia Seydoux, Colin Firth, and the first guy, Matthias Schoenaerts. I recognize that name. I don't know where I've seen him though. I can't. I assume that's him on the cover next to Colin Firth.
I really got to get my better glasses.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Can you cover for me when I get the better glasses?
I guess.
Talk about your favorite C movies.
Let's see. Do I got any of them with me here?
Yeah.
Let's see. I got. Oh, okay. I'll show off some while Gotti goes to find his glasses. Let's see. I got Catch Me If You Can, regular Blu-ray Steelbook. This is a great Spielberg movie. I mean, the story's all bullshit, but it's not a real story. They say it's a real story, but it really isn't. But it's I thought this was a really great movie. Released Christmas 2002. Kind of a really fun, a great replay value, I thought. And of course the great Palm on the Map, Carrie. This is a 4K Steelbook. Yeah. Oh God, everybody's dying. That's what more can be said about that film there? This is a really clever one. This isn't a movie though. This is a TV show, Chernobyl. I like how they did that with the art of the scream from Edward Munch, and you see the back where people are like dead and like dying, and that's pretty cool. Let's see what else have I got here. This one is a John Carpenter classic from 1983. Christine. That's I like how they use the old school poster. And then that's also they didn't put much of design in the back, but those are the few from mine that I just showed off while we would waited, Scott. But I showed
That's really cool.
Yes.
I just had to walk through a fucking puddle of coins.
Well, Cinematic Universe says Scott's reminding me of his coworker that refused to upgrade from DVDs to Blu-rays. This is actually Scott's dad's collection.
True.
Scotty does have his own collection. I'm not sure where he keeps it now.
In my mattress.
Okay. Blu-ray is peak civilization, says Judge Finity.
There are purists. There are people who really, really subscribe to 4K, but again, it takes too much hardware for me, and I'm more of an archivist or a curator. I understand the necessity for 4K preservation, but it's not my highest priority. Like, one of my favorite movies is Pretty Maids All in a Row. It's not getting a 4K re-release.
Yeah.
So the importance of the text itself is primary. I appreciate the what do you call it? Futurists, the upgraders? I don't know what you call them.
Yeah.
So I just like the library. I'm not so invested with the
Cinematic
quality.
Universe Ultimate follows up saying, "No judgment, just sent me back to a time best forgotten." Yep. All right, what's next, Scotty?
Let's go with some more Neeson. The Commuter.
Oh, I saw that movie. Yeah, those are fun little popcorn movies that are silly.
Oh, it's got Vera Farmiga.
Yes. That's a lot of these plots are similar. That's the one that's on the train. Obviously, he's the cop and he's like being blackmailed or something like that.
Sure.
Or the kid's kidnapped or something. I can't remember exactly. They're decent little movies. I think the climaxes of these types of films could be better written, but whatever. They're all fun.
It was one of the last things that kept Redbox alive.
It wasn't actually. Excuse me. It was a theatrical release, but you're right. It does keep Redbox alive a little longer.
So this is something that was a bit of a gift, but Custer of the West.
Custer of the West.
A dramatic biography, I suppose.
I recognized.
And it's got Robert Shaw.
Yeah, I recognized him right in the middle before I even saw his name.
And it's got Jeffrey Hunter, who was captain on Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about General Custer. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. 1968.
Daniel's Hot Topics tells us that his red box is gone. That's so sad.
That is sad. Well,
special features, screen format, letterbox. So really, there's no special features.
But you know what the biggest special feature is?
What?
Robert Shaw.
Huh?
Robert Shaw.
That's not a special feature.
It is a feature.
It's not a special feature.
Yes, Robert Shaw is always a special feature.
Robert Shaw is Ultimate.
Oh my God! If you're going to disrespect Robert Shaw,
no, a special feature is something that's not part of the movie that gets added on. He's part of the movie.
It wasn't a part of the movie until Robert Shaw was added.
Cinematic Universe Ultimate says the last DVD I bought was The Layover with Kate Upton and Alexandra Daddario competing over a guy. I bought for the exact reason you'd think. Why? There was no Blu-ray available. No regrets.
I've never seen a Kate Upton movie.
The Cowboys. That's a very generic title considering that John Wayne was in a billion cowboy movies. I did not see it. I might have seen it a long time ago. My dad used to watch all the John Wayne marathons on TV. I just don't remember which one it was.
Well, I think this is actually an interesting one because he is sort of playing a mentor to a bunch of, like, the reason it's called Cowboys is because they're actually like little boys. And then there's also Roscoe Lee Brown, who you may remember is playing Box in Logan's Run. but
Mm.
he's in there, and I think spoilers. John Wayne dies, and everyone was very happy.
Finity asks, "Where's your true grit?" Probably in the T section. We are doing this alphabetically.
True story. True grit. Oh, that was too good. I can have marijuana. Have you ever seen The Count of Monte Cristo?
I did. I thought that I can't remember. I remember not being. I hadn't read the book at the time I saw that when it came out, and it was okay. But I mean, the book's obviously amazing. But I'd have to watch it again, having since read the book.
It is my second favorite Luis Guzman performance. And
Daniel's
I like
Hot
the fact
Topics
that there's the
prefers
booklet.
Clint Eastwood over John Wayne. No one can beat Clint Eastwood. I'd agree. I agree with Daniel's Hot Topics that nobody can beat Clint Eastwood, not John Wayne, especially not. Yeah, I agree. Finity also agrees with that sentiment.
What did Daniel
When
say?
John Wayne says he doesn't like Clint Eastwood because you're ruining the Western, then you know that he's doing the right thing. That Clint Eastwood's doing the right thing.
So do you prefer Gene Autry? Like, it's different cowboys for different times, different genres, in my opinion.
That's true. It's just
Hey, it's a Nicholas Hoult movie. It's got Felicity Jones. It's called Collide.
Never heard of it.
I'm pretty sure that my dad oh no, it's also got Ben Kingsley and Anthony Hopkins. Look at this.
Affinity wants to know what's with the smoking indoors all of a sudden. I see Scotty's gonna die. He has the house to himself for the week, which is the answer, or for 2 weeks, which is the answer to that question. Meanwhile, before he recovers, Cinematic Universe says Count of Monte Cristo had the most awkward-looking Henry Cavill to ever Cavill.
Okay, so I don't know what her last name is, but her first name is Dagmara, and she was the love interest for Jim Caviezel. Also, weird that they were in.
Daniel's never heard of the Collision movie either.
Why not? I'm curious. Anthony Hopkins, Ben Kingsley, Felicity Jones, and Nicholas Hoult. This sounds pretty. This sounds like something. I'm watching it.
What does it say it's about?
It says it's about Nicholas Hoult.
That doesn't tell me anything. God damn it! I'll look it up.
Right. No. I got the good glasses for a reason. Needing some fast cash to save the love of his life. Juliet. Felicity Jones. Casey Stein, Nicholas Hoult, returns to his former employer and drug smuggler, Garen.
Oh, so it's a drug smuggling thing and all. The shit hits
for
the fan.
one last job,
which
goes horribly wrong. And now on the run from the ruthless mob boss, Hagen, played by Anthony Hopkins.
Can we just say this one last job genre just needs to stop because it's so cliche?
No, I need more of them. I need one more last job.
What special feature is Scott smoking? I think it's called weed.
Come on, you guys met me.
Casino. That is a good one. You have the Blu-ray. I have the 4K, I believe. I do. I'm looking at it right now. It's out of reach.
I wonder if there's an audio commentary on this. Is there an audio commentary? No audio commentary.
I'm not sure if there's many bonus features on that one. I can check. I remember that film. That's a real bloody violent film. I remember seeing the ending of that with the Pesci and the guys getting like beat up in the cornfield. Like that was visceral at the time when I was a kid watching that movie. The Coven. Okay, so this is a movie where the marketing is a little misleading, and then it makes it sound like it's all about this guy going back to rescue the interpreter, but that's only like the last 20 minutes of the movie. It's really good though, and it doesn't even feel like a Guy Ritchie movie. It's like if it didn't have his name on it, I would not have guessed in a million years that it was a Guy Ritchie movie. It's pretty good actually.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Who else is in this?
As far as I'm just not sure. Oh look, we are joined by Anti-Derivative Joe.
Oh, and I don't mean to interrupt your discussion of this film. You're on
that's fine. We're
back
just
of the Covenant. It's
Uh,
not
Have you ever seen
Alien
it?
one. It's a different one.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's bad. Okay, so Kat, is this better than Alien Covenant?
of course.
Okay, just checking.
I figured.
Oh, Daniel's Hot Topics is at it again. He says, Sir Ben Kingsley is an awesome actor. Did you know he was going to be the Vulture in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3, but the company got involved and ruined it? Raimi wanted Sir Ben Kingsley to be the Vulture. Yes, I am
Not
aware of
true. It wasn't
I'm
going to be
aware
Ben
of the rumor.
Kingsley. It was going to be John Malkovich. It was going to be John Malkovich, Daniel's Hot
that.
Topics.
Both
if
names
you
were
check
floating
your
around.
research.
Both names were floating around at the time.
Well, I was floating around at the time, and I was disappointed with the ultimate conclusion.
Cinematic Unit says, I have a 4K is how Kat flexes her dominance over Scott. Eats popcorn.
Yes. That's the way it works. I know. And you know what? The only reason I bring it up is because I'm like, I don't have 4K. Like, I feel put upon.
Oh, apparently Guy Ritchie's The Covenant also has a cameo from Homelander.
Oh, nice. Anthony Starr.
Yes.
Speaking of stars, we have two of them.
Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Conspiracy theory. I remember the name. I don't think I've seen this film.
Oh, no. Jill, have you seen this?
Pretty much just assume I haven't seen it unless I say something.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. The both of you. To all of you.
It's an old DVD.
This movie has Patrick Stewart as a bad guy.
I could tell it's an old DVD because it has one of those curved flaps on the side.
So the Emoji Movie isn't the only time he plays a poop.
Okay.
Not a very flattering picture. Anyway. So, no, I saw that in theaters. I was very, very happy with it.
Contagion. A stacked cast. I saw it. It's an ensemble film. I didn't like it.
Oh, I mean, it was great.
Bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just I just wasn't really invested in the characters or the ensemble of the story. But it was
well, it's like Outbreak.
Yeah, if it didn't have people fighting over toilet paper, then it didn't really predict the future very well.
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans.
Have you ever seen the Clash of the Titans, Kat?
A long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Come on, this is amazing.
That actually has a decent list of bonus features for a older DVD there.
Does it have an audio commentary? Conversation with Ray Harryhausen. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is good news. I like this. By the way, everybody, when my father dies, all of these movies will be mine. So if you guys have any, assassination tips, this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Casablanca, yeah, of course. I also have that on 4K. I'm looking at it right now. It's over there, styled, stacked up on the floor. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Knew this was going to happen, but the question is like, at what point does the upgrade of a black and white movie from 1943?
Actually, here's the thing. You would be surprised that well done 4K transfers of black and white movies look awesome. You wouldn't think so because it's black and white.
No, but I believe you. I believe you.
It is. That, by the way, is the first time that I have personally owned Casablanca is when I got the 4K, and it is gorgeous.
Commentary by Roger Ebert.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Wow. How did that happen? I didn't know he ever did any movie commentaries on actual DVDs. Well, how many DVD commentaries has he actually done?
Well, I know
he did. I know he did an audio commentary for Dark City.
For certain movies like that, they will shell out and go to, because I know Casablanca had this ridiculously huge Blu-ray box set years ago, like 10 years ago, but it's like the same disc that they keep putting in the individual Blu-ray sleeves, which is why you get all those extra commentaries.
Well, and also you get books and shit. You get recreation, like you get reprints of 35 millimeters, 70 millimeter frames. They do the same thing to market for everybody. I've seen $100 box sets for Casablanca, and I've been like, I have the DVD, and I am okay.
Yeah, Cinematic Universe Ultimate says, this will sound blasphemous, but I snoozed through the original Clash of the Titans leading up to the Sam Worthington Liam Neeson remake. Prefer the remake. Wrath of the Titan is criminally underrated.
You know what? That's cool, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed the new ones. That's great. Not mine, because I did grow up with the original, so different. I don't know how old you are. You're 70. This has Michael Fassbender. It's called Centurion.
Dominic West.
On the pin.
I remember the title. I haven't seen the film.
I feel like it was directed by somebody.
Somebody.
They had a business.
I feel like it was directed by somebody.
Shut up. I'm just going through a pile of film. You're right. I shouldn't wax intellectual when I don't know anything about anything. Oh, here's another one. We got another.
Oh, that's a good one. The Kane Mutiny. Yes, Humphrey Bogart, Van Johnson, Jose Ferreira, Fred McMurray. That is a good movie.
Commentary. There's a commentary.
Oh, nice.
At a certain point,
yeah, that's a really old movie to have a commentary.
Well, no, but who does the commentary? Richard. Ken Bowser. So I guess some of the co-stars or something. I don't know who does the commentary. Just a guy. The commentary is done by Scotty R37.
Just a guy. Oh, I love that movie. Captain Phillips. That's great. Paul Greengrass. It's probably one of his best movies with shaky cam in terms of how he uses it.
What's it about?
It's about the April 2009 hijacking of the Maersk, Alabama off the coast of Somalia. They were trying to catch up on their schedule, so they sailed 300 miles closer to the coast than they should have. And the crew does a good job trying to ward off the pirates, but then eventually the captain gets taken hostage in the lifeboat, and it becomes a whole thing, and they sent Navy SEAL snipers out there to save it. It was an awesome story. I thought it was a good movie. It is a good movie. It just got a 4K Steelbook release, but I passed on it because it was too much money.
Oh, yeah? Well, my Blu-ray, or my dad's Blu-ray, it has a little clip.
The Kane Mutiny, what's that, Daniel? That is it's a fictional story, but it is a great film about this trial about a mutiny that happened aboard a ship, and the guy's being brought to trial for it, trying to figure out fault and that kind of. It's a great movie. So check it out.
Yes.
If you can. Ernesto, look at me. I have a 4K now.
Explain this movie to me.
Cloud Atlas is a criminally underrated film. I thought it was the best film of 2012, best film of that decade. Wildly ambitious to take a book which has 7 storylines across 6, taking place in like 5 different centuries, and it keeps cutting back and forth to all 7 of these storylines for nearly 2 hours 40 minutes. And multiple times
is there a commentary?
in a fashion that it feels like you're at the climax, but you're not, and it manages to reel you back in. It is so good. Did get maligned for a not very great segment in Korea where they cast had a lot of the actors in like yellowface, which was really bad and cringy. But it didn't really have anything to do with why it failed. It was
part of the point of the movie, right?
They released it Halloween weekend, and the trailer was 6 minutes long. It was like the marketing was terrible, but it was a great movie. Tom Hanks says, by the way, it's the only film of his he has ever revisited, like rewatched on his own accord. That he always goes back and he discovers something different from it. So that's pretty interesting.
I don't really mind if an actor plays a part that doesn't match their own background, as long as they pay respect to it and do their best to follow.
Speaking of
I think
which,
it would have been fine, but once they did the slanted eye makeup, it's like you didn't need to go that far because this is really weird looking.
No. Yeah, you're
Stanley
right.
Tucci and Kenneth Branagh playing Nazis, and I'm pretty sure that they are not Nazis. That's why they call them actors.
Yes.
This is called Conspiracy, and it is apparently it's based on a stage play, but it's also one of the most accredited dramatic recreations of the Final Solution. If you'll remember from that thing there from World War II, the Holocaust. And I've seen it. It is not easy to watch, but the performances are beautiful.
I have not seen it.
There is a director's commentary, by the way. So, have you ever seen it?
No. Ernesto says that Cloud Atlas has one of the best career performances from Hugo Weaving, the Wachowski siblings' most visually impressive work to date. Daniel's Hot Topics also loves the movie, says it's about reincarnation. Yes, it is. And Daniel has asking you a question, Scott. He says, I want to see a Forrest Gump 2. Did you know there was going to be a Forrest Gump 2? However, 9/11 put a stop to it.
Well, there was the novel. There was the novel that was made by the original writer. So Forrest Gump 2 does exist. I don't really care about the movie.
No.
What I care about is Crimson Tide. This is one of my favorite movies. Again, Tony Scott.
Look at this guy. Welcome to Mr. Miles says, I join, and the first thing I see is Scotty holding up a swast. The hell did I just join?
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
This is Scotty showing off his dad's DVD collection.
Exactly. So my dad's, he's an aficionado of this sort of stuff. He doesn't want to repeat history. He wants to learn from it.
Yes, but thank you, Mr. Miles, for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles.
That Crimson Tide is a good movie.
It's also a low-key Tarantino movie.
That's true.
On my list for talking about on Friday. Okay, Tarantino, why do you say that?
Because he did
I think Cinematic Universe
polish,
Ultimate,
I believe.
I think Cinematic Universe Ultimate wants a link.
Oh yeah, no, totes.
Let me find.
How do I do that?
I will do it. Let me just find. Let me grab that.
I'm busy. I got stacks and stacks of fucking DVDs here, yo.
Okay, let's see. Where is? Yeah, let's see.
All are welcome, until you're not.
Until you're not. That's a great way of putting it. Crap. Where is it? Let's see. God, where is?
No! I just found out I had more beer than I thought I did.
Send me some.
I can't. It'll go bad.
I can get some, but I would have 15 minutes to go get it.
All right, Jill, while Kat's doing that, let's go a little more Hanks.
Oh, hey, it's a movie I have seen.
Castaway.
Oh, nice.
It's a good movie.
It's great. It's a fantastic movie that doesn't require lots of dialogue to be entertaining and thrilling, and you really feel for Wilson.
Yeah, and I think that is like, is that directorial? Is that cinematographical? Oh no, guys, bad news. It's full screen.
Oh God.
I know.
Well,
get a new one.
It says Tiger Stripes.
Sweet Jesus, full screen. What year is it?
I know. Well, no, my dad, he's like 70 something.
Oh God, the last time I saw wow. And that wasn't one of those old heavy TVs that everybody had in their living room.
Well, I'll show you something that's in widescreen, and it is one of the greatest action movies of all time.
Con Air. That is a great guilty pleasure movie. Is very fun.
It has the best line in it of all time. Put the bunny down.
I love Steve Buscemi in that movie. He's great.
Here comes a mainstay.
I've been seeing Antonio Banderas and Morgan Freeman doing a lot of these direct-to-video type films lately. They keep popping, or direct to streaming. They keep popping up on like the Vudu app and stuff, like movies that they're in.
I wonder what year this was. Like, this seems to be, it's what, 100 minutes? Jesus. Well, at least you're in and out and done. No, I don't know what year this is. This has got to be like 2003. Oh, guys.
Blockbuster.
Look at that's kind of cool.
That belongs in a museum.
It does. It does.
Or you can send it to the Blockbuster if it's still in business.
Catch 22.
Catch 22. Yeah, that's a good. It's like a comedy drama about pilots in the Air Force. It's Air Force. It's a good one.
Well, it's about the futility of war.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I've read it. I haven't watched it, but yes, I do know.
Oh, you've read it and you haven't watched it? The book is better, and that's no lie. But the movie is not bad.
Well, the catch-22 is if you're crazy, you won't know you're crazy, so you can't go home, because if you say you're crazy, then you're not really crazy, so you can't get out of the war.
Half the reason Mr. Miles is here is to troll Scotty, but he can't confirm or deny that.
I'm fine with that. That makes me
I haven't
happy.
thrown up all the comments.
Yeah, no, he says totes all the time, Mr. Miles. That's one of his catchphrases.
I do say totes all the time. I say yo too much.
Cocktail by Tom Cruise. That
you ever seen Cocktail?
No, I heard it was not very good though.
What the fuck are you on? Get off my lawn. You haven't. Get off. Go away.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
No, we'll be here.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about the fact that that's your dad's movie, not yours. So don't get mad at me for not having it.
That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know why. Well, it's my birthright.
You know what would be great to see? Another villain turn.
No, it's got Elizabeth Shue.
I agree, Mr. Blue K. We could use another villain turn from Tom Cruise.
Like, I know he's out there still saving cinema, but it would be nice to see him be, a true blue asshole again.
Crime is a disease. Meet the cure.
Oh, yeah.
Cobra.
Stallone. The Cobras.
Also, the worst healthcare choice when you lose your job.
Oh, look at the back of this.
Like,
if you're not sold by the front, it says exciting.
I remember when I saw that cover of the movie, I'm just like, could those pants be any tighter on him?
You know what there is? Cobra gets a commentary. Never fucking heard of this. Although, this is another one. I think this is one of those...
Oh, I saw that one.
Oh, yeah?
Henry
Cavill, Sigourney Weaver, and Bruce Willis.
Cold Light of Day.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that I think that was pre-Man of Steel. I think he did all those movies way before Man of Steel came out.
Yeah, but Sigourney Weaver.
It's like when Sam Worthington did Avatar, and around that time, all the movies he did before that movie came out were releasing, like Terminator, those straight to sci-fi original movies where he's fighting a crocodile at one point, I think.
Phantom Organist says Cobra is horrible insurance. That is true. And Mr. Miles wants to talk about Twinkies.
What about him?
I don't know.
I like him.
Last time anybody here had a Twinkie.
Well, no, speaking of Blockbuster, I just wanted to get this.
What? I can't see the title. There's nothing there.
Oh, is it Cellular?
Yes, I remember that movie.
It's got William H. Macy.
I remember that movie. That was fun. I watched it with my dad. It was very fun. It was like one of those. Is that
Chris Evans?
Yes, that's like a pre-Taken movie kind of a scenario.
And we got like Statham.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everyone to know that my father shoplifted Cellular from some poor Rogers video.
Beam me up. The plot demands it.
He didn't do that. It was just allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right. We got 4 left on the seas.
All right.
Next Tuesday?
The Colony. Lawrence Fishburne, Kevin Zergens, and Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like The Thing.
I've heard of it.
It's two bases in the far north. I think it's post-apocalyptic. Yeah. Maybe there's vampires. I've seen parts of it. I don't know about all of it.
That's a decent.
There is no audio commentary, so no one will be able to explain the intricacies of it.
Yes, Mr. Miles, the majority of these are all DVDs. We had a couple Blu-rays, though.
I'm doing my best here.
Yeah.
Only a couple. The economy hasn't recovered.
What are
yet.
you, a racist? Speaking of which, Crash.
Crash.
I like that one.
I never saw it.
Oh my
But
god,
it's
that's
full
awesome.
screen.
Jesus.
Is this the one that's
The
has several
controversy.
different stories within it?
Yeah, they all cross over with each other throughout, about racism in LA, basically.
Yep, and it was.
Okay, I think I
I
saw
think
it.
Wasn't it controversial at the Oscars?
I
It
thought
was,
it won
but that's
Best
because
Picture.
people thought that they should have given it to Brokeback Mountain. I thought Crash was the better movie. So did Roger Ebert.
One of Brendan
liked it.
Fraser's last great performances before.
I remember I had a sociology professor who thought that was a great movie and had us watch it in college. Mr. Miles says,
Audio
do you have any
commentary.
Yep. Mr. Miles wants to know if you have any VHSs, Scotty.
No, porn doesn't
Not
count.
handy. Not handy. I might have some, but not handy. And then the last two were really fucking boring.
Really?
Really?
Boring as in they're in DVD form, or you just don't like them?
No, it's just like
The
I'm not
first Avenger.
surprised. This is
Well, I mean-
like being like, oh, my dad likes Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
I think
So
Captain-
No,
got
you're not
Captain America
explaining
and-
something. Is that your dad thinks the superhero movies with so much CGI are practically cartoons? to him?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. That is accurate. He does feel that way about these. And so
Tiger
him actually
Stripes.
holding on to them.
Tiger
No,
Stripes
I
says
w-
there's
no,
nothing
but that's the
boring
thing.
about. No, Tiger Stripes says there's nothing boring about Captain Specs.
But that's
Or
the thing,
America.
is that I find Captain America is my favorite superhero. And
He put a
now,
selfie on Twitter and he was pretty cute. So I was like, okay, that's nice to see as I'm scrolling.
Oh, Mr. Miles says he hasn't seen a single Star Trek movie. Maybe I missed them. If not, shame on you, Scotty.
oh
Well, we
no.
still
That's
was
because
making-
this is his dad.
Yeah, we're showing off random.
Movies.
They're not random movies. They're his dad's films, and they're all alphabetized. And so we're going
Oh
through.
yeah, I wanted to show you. Yeah.
We already did a video the other day going through
Like,
A's and
if you
B's,
see up
S's
here,
and
like
C's and
these
D's.
shelves,
Nice.
these shelves here, they usually contain things. But I was showing them off. Now, shall we get to the D? Can I
We
give you the
shall.
D?
Before you give me the D, I got a funny story about the Winter Soldier and
Yes.
fatherhood. My dad and I were watching it once it came out for Blu-ray, and I bought it, and he wanted to see it. And we're sitting there, and we get to the scene where Sam Wilson glides up in his mechanical wings. And my dad just turned, out of everything we've seen in the movie up until that point, he turns and he looks at me with this glare of anger and disbelief, as if, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's what the look said. But he was also looking at me as if I'm the reason responsible for that scene happening. And I'm just like, so there's a helicarrier, a super soldier, and an assassin that can't be taken down by conventional means. And that's the scene that gets you out of the movie. Right.
Mr. Miles congratulates you for saying, before you give me the D, I've got a funny story. Comment of the night.
Thank you. I'm here all night or until the stream ends.
Well, I hate to say it this way, but you'll be happy to know that the list of D is smaller. So the D,
Well, let's
Don't
see.
tell me how
Hopefully
much D I can handle, Scott.
the D is not so big.
Well,
Okay.
let's see. Hopefully, there's films that we've seen that we'll have more to say.
That's a lot of D.
Let's see what we got.
Never seen it. Don't know what it is.
Drone. Sean Bean. Oh, he might die. Joel David Moore.
He's on the cover. He might not die.
That's true.
That's a plot twist. He is the
Oh,
drone.
and Mary McCormick of Patrick. Okay, I'm guessing with those other names on there that he might be put on the cover even if he's not the main character, just because they want to advertise it. Like, no joke. I remember there was a sci-fi movie. It was like a 4-hour miniseries movie about an asteroid curdling towards Earth. Christopher Lloyd was the lead star. He literally dies in the first scene. And it's like, wait, what?
Well,
And
it's
that's
like Bryan
how-
Cranston in Godzilla.
So it's an executive decision situation.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't. It was just they just put his name on the cover to get people to watch it, and I guess they couldn't afford him for more than one scene. Oh, Duck You Sucker. Ooh.
Really? That's a movie?
Yeah, of course.
I've never heard of this.
It's also being called A Fistful of Dynamite.
Yeah, Fistful of Dynamite. That the other one that Sergio Leone did.
Is this an exploitation movie?
No, it's one of the
No, it's
it
a
would have been
Sergio
another
Leone
Dollars
movie.
It was going to be another one of the Dollars films, basically, except it was Fistful of Dynamite was the alternate name, but they released it as Duck You.
How have I never heard of this?
I don't know.
You should check it out. It's got Rod Steiger. It's great.
I'm gonna put it on it's gonna be on the pile for sure.
Yeah.
Well, of course, James Coburn.
I can't remember the story behind why there were two titles, though.
It was Fistful of Dynamite was because of the nature, because I think that Coburn played an IRA. And so when it was called Fistful of Dynamite, they took umbrage in Northern Ireland.
It's one of those situations.
And so Duck You Sucker became... I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Maybe I am. I usually do.
I mean, it's logical if you put it that way.
Oh no, my dad. He's gay for Pierce Brosnan. It's called The Deceivers.
Never heard of it.
Neither have I, but it's got Pierce Brosnan. My dad is gay for Pierce Brosnan. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's a young Pierce Brosnan.
I mean, can you pick any better than Pierce Brosnan?
Are you saying that Pierce Brosnan is your dad's John Hamm?
Yes, I think that Pierce Brosnan is my dad's John Hamm. Yes.
God, I can only imagine how your dad felt when GoldenEye came out.
Oh my God. John Malkovich is a disgrace.
Disgrace? A disgrace? So much.
This looks like Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah.
Who else
he's another actor where I don't know why he's not in as many big mainstream movies. He's a really good actor, but he does a lot of director streaming stuff.
Oh no, my dad. He stole it from the library.
That's the second movie that I saw stolen from the library so far.
I am very happy that I also have a copy of this.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Great movie. Very hybrid film. First half is like a Tarantino film. The second half is a Rodriguez film. And we reviewed it, by the way, on the show.
And you don't expect it to turn into a crazy vampire movie.
That's a sexy cover, though.
Oh, shit. You haven't seen this one?
We need more of those.
Taylor Swift is greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, and Doctor Who says hi to Jill.
Maggie!
I'm giving credit for that very elaborate name.
Also stolen from the Milton Public Library.
Deepwater Horizon. That was a good one.
That was a great
Deepwater
movie.
Horizon. I don't like this. I don't like watching catastrophes.
That was one of those.
I do enjoy Titanic.
That's one of those Mark Wahlberg movies.
Who directed this?
Peter Berg. That's
yes.
one of those,
right.
That's one of those Wahlberg's turnaround where they were both making movies and they were coming out every.
Oh, John Malkovich is in this too.
12 to 14 months. It was
Daniel's
great.
Hot Topic says, "Have you seen Krampus, the 2015 horror movie? Just saw it on the sci-fi movie show, and it was genuinely scary." Or Mombi show, yeah.
Oh, I liked it. It's a great Christmas movie.
I haven't seen it. I've heard very good things about it, and I'm waiting for it.
It is one of those movies that I respected for doing as much practical effects than any other horror movie that was coming out during the 2010s.
Well, I have two categories: haven't seen it, don't like it, and the other one is haven't seen it, want to love it. So,
Mr. Miles wants to know what those planks of wood are on the ceiling behind you, Scotty.
Wood.
Definitely not the T.
Jill
has asked that question too and says she hasn't gotten an answer. We'll never know. Dien Ben Poo. Weren't we just talking about that the other? You had a different one by the same title.
That.
Didn't you have the movie by the same title that your dad had in the pile that we looked through the other night? Except it was called like Battle
of it. He really loves the Vietnamese. I'm gonna,
Oh, the other one I think was called the Battle of Dien Bien Phu because he had a DVD and it was in the B section, I believe.
Well, he likes war movies, so it makes sense that Vietnam will show up from time to time.
This is
No, I
fun.
just meant because it's the same, almost the same title. So.
Well, it's named after a place.
Yeah.
So it's
Mr. Niles says, "Are the planks of wood a door? Does it go to Narnia?"
Yes.
I think
There are no follow-up questions. Yes.
I was gonna make a joke about the other stream, but I'm just like, nah, it'll be really too played.
Ooh, Dirty Harry collection Blu-ray.
Blu-ray
4K.
Oh, I wonder, are there digital codes?
I've yet to acquire a collection for Dirty Harry.
But this one does have the Deadpool. That's important. Wow.
Only seen that movie for the first time last year.
Really?
And it's fucking creepy, right?
What, Dirty Harry?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's rad.
I like the Dirty Harry movies. They're great. And that's a movie I thought would be really funny if they rebooted it today to piss off people who are like all dainty about it. That'd be great.
You know, if this was 15 years ago, I would have accepted one with Hugh Jackman in the role.
Yes.
Because I always felt that if there was ever to be a biopic about Clint Eastwood, it would be with Hugh Jackman.
No, I can see it.
Mr. Miles is asking Jill, let's go half in on a private investigator to investigate that potential.
It's really what it feels like. It does feel like a secret entrance.
You can't divide pie. What's wrong with you?
No, that's how I get out of my dimension into here.
Oh, I know that's what
you can divide pie all you like.
You split the bill.
Cat, I know exactly I know what he meant. I'm just going for the mathematical joke here. Don't ruin it.
Split the bill.
Yeah, but you can't.
Someone get me an abacus.
It's not like a zero.
So the Duchess.
Let's see. Haley Atwell, Dominic Cooper, Charlotte Rampling, Ray Fiennes, and Keira Knightley. Yeah, she was in a lot of those period dramas for a while. That's not one I've seen.
She never outgrew Elizabeth Swann. She just kept going.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was that one movie that she did? What was that one movie that she did where she literally needed to get a butt double for a lap dance?
Domino.
Yes, that one. I felt so bad when I found that. I'm just like, wow. So you have
actually, I don't love the movie. I love the butt double.
This was my problem when you were just flashing movies on the screen yesterday, and I was like, oh, I missed that movie because you didn't even say what it was.
What do you want to see?
Well, Dunkirk was a great one.
Dunkirk.
Okay, that's all I wanted was an acknowledgement of it.
Dunkirk. That's a great movie.
Yep.
You know what? And the reason, Jill, thank you for calling me on my bullshit. Here's the problem: is it's burned.
Oh, no, it's trash to you.
Wait, well, how does he? Why does he?
Get that out of my sight. Get that out of my sight.
How did he?
I don't know.
And doesn't your dad throw
my
away
shit?
And doesn't your dad throw away the slip covers?
He usually does, except for when he's trying to hide his piracy.
Mr. Miles says, "I missed the start. Why is Scotty showing off his dad's movies? Because it's fun.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, we did a video.
And also, I'm doing it alphabetically. So far, we've been going for an hour and 4 minutes. I've done in the last You Can't Rent Here. I did the A's and the B's. And so far, I've done the C's. We're doing the D's. So stick around for the D's.
He's reorganizing his dad's movies properly so that his dad will never be able to find his movies ever again.
Mr. Miles says your dad was the Clyde of the DVD industry, as in Bonnie and Clyde.
I need a copy of Bonnie and Clyde. So if you want to send one, do it.
The Dirty Dozen, that's a classic, of course.
I know.
That's a film I'm happy that they've thematically tried to do little remakes. They've never done a straight remake, which I like. They haven't.
Actually, you know what? And I think that this is one that I would love to see in 4K.
That's going to be Scotty in 5 years.
This is me now.
I'm
not even holding up a DVD case. This is just a picture of me.
Lee Marvin. I don't know about that.
Hey.
Oh, Django.
Speaking of badass, he is.
Django. Well, time to drop all the N-words.
It's a good thing your dad likes Tarantino.
My dad loves Tarantino. But whenever we talk about Tarantino movies, he's like, when's the new Tarantino movie coming out? And I'm like, I don't know yet. He's crazy.
I
like
it. Still love him to make a.
My dad loves the fact that Tarantino shot him in the face. No other director in Hollywood had the balls to shoot Hitler in the face.
Wow, Scotty, how are you talking without moving your lips?
And setting him on fire.
Defiance. That's a good movie. It's an intense movie.
It's a great Liev Schreiber.
Daniel Craig, Liev Schreiber. It's a good revenge film and survival film. It's,
I regret to inform that I gave up after the first 10 minutes. Not because I think it was bad, but because I couldn't understand a goddamn thing that was coming out of Daniel Craig's mouth with that accent they made him do.
Oh, really? Okay.
So the next time I see it, I need to watch it with subtitles.
Mr. Miles thought it was impressive that Scotty was talking without moving his lips. And then he's like, oh, wow, that was a DVD cover. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, spared no expense.
Yep, spared no expense.
I like this movie a lot. It's like a warm day on a Sunday.
Death on the Nile, yes.
But with Peter Ustinov.
Yes. He was.
Wait, was that at the bottom?
David Niven.
Ooh.
Gal Gadot.
Should I be excited?
Murder, She Wrote.
Angela Lansbury, yep. And whatever. Lois Childs.
Davis.
Who is that?
Peter Bogdanovich.
What is this about? Aside
it's
from
an Agatha Christie whodunit.
Egypt. Oh.
Yeah, it's a murder mystery. Kenneth Branagh just did one that was a bit derided. That was okay, but in his.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get to it. I'm sure it's here.
With a very sexy introduction, I might add.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This was pre-Army Hammer.
Let's talk about Clint Eastwood's son.
Scott Eastwood.
His name is Scott Eastwood. He's my hero.
Again, Famke Janssen, great actress, does a lot of direct-to-video stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
What was the last theatrical movie I saw with her, not including Days of Future Past, was the Hansel and Gretel action movie with Jeremy Renner and Gemma Arterton.
Gretel and Hansel?
Yes.
Witch Hunters? Or Hansel and Gretel? What's Witch Hunters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one you're holding up, though, Scotty. I don't know.
I saw the trailer.
Are you bored with it already? It's got Mel Gibson.
He does a lot of direct-to-video stuff now, too. Direct-to-streaming.
Oh, are you going to be bored with Delta Force 1 and 2?
Ooh, that's a nice 2-pack. I see. Ernesto gets it. Ernesto got it.
It's a delayed reaction. I apologize.
Oh, I'm actually impressed. My dad is a little bit of a scholar.
Oh, that's a classic. Yeah, The Day the Earth Stood Still, 1951.
I was going to buy this the other day.
Keanu Reeves never looked silvery.
Well, yeah,
I like this. I like this movie so much.
Didn't the remake come out the same year that Nicolas Cage was doing that mathematical one?
I don't know. This was December 2008 that Day the Earth Stood Still was released.
I know, but Nicolas Cage made a movie that almost had the same beats, basically, and it's basically all about equations.
We need
Knowing or whatever that was.
What do we need, Jill? What do we need?
We need to review that one for Pop.
Oh, the first one? The
Day the Earth Stood Still.
I will put it in the pile.
Hey, that's my line. Don't steal it.
Well, I'll put it in the place where I'll put it on the list, Jill.
Thank you, please.
I'm putting it on my list.
Death Becomes Her. I saw that for the first time a month ago with the.
That one's on my pile.
We watched a movie night.
What'd you think?
It was okay. I was hoping it would be better.
I think it's a macabre comedy. I like it.
I have seen more about the making of it than the actual movie.
Oh, it's
because of the special effects that it took to make that happen.
This movie has informed my disregard for death.
And holy crap, that was one of those movies that when I saw the poster for the first time. I'm just like, oh my god.
The Departed. That is a great film.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the D's. You knew.
I actually like that one better than the one it's based on, Infernal Affairs.
I've never seen Infernal Affairs.
I did get the steelbook, the new steelbook of this with the rats on the back.
Yeah.
And the big X.
Very on the
Oh,
nose.
look.
Nice.
Oh, look. It's
Devotion.
Kang.
One of Kat's
Devotion.
favorite.
I saw that.
Trying.
Okay, it was decent.
Trying to capitalize on Glenn Powell at the time.
Well, but also it was kind of weird that this came out right after Top Gun, and I was like, Glenn Powell, stop doubling down on airplanes.
That's your story. It was a decent film.
No, it was good. It was good. By
So our second appearance of Death on the Nile with David
geez.
Suchet. Emily Blunt is in this. Good for you. So this is another Death on the Nile.
Well, you're kidding. Emily Blunt is in that?
Apparently.
When did that come out?
I don't know. Yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That had to have been in her early career.
Had to been.
I would assume so.
That had to have been. I bet that's pre-Devil Wears Prada.
It's got to be. It's David Suchet.
And they probably put her name second billing there just because she took off after Devil Wears Prada.
Well, I don't know. Like, let's not dismiss this.
I'm not dismissing it. I'm just calling for
David Suchet as Poirot is actually a pretty big deal to Agatha Christie fans. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying,
I'm not snapping back at you.
I thought you were about to say to Canadians.
Well, yeah, it's also true. It's also true.
You're taking such umbrage with it. I saw that for the first time last year.
Yeah. What did you think?
I liked it very much.
Oh,
I thought it was so tense and human.
Yeah.
Which is kind of vague, but just to watch it, it's
was
logical.
2004.
Everyone makes decisions that are true to their character and to who they are.
That is an excellent film.
Yeah. Anyway,
one of my absolute favorites. John Cazale's best role.
Really? Best?
He was only in like 4 movies or 5.
5. And then I killed him.
Das Boot. Yes, that's a Wolfgang Peterson. We were talking about potentially doing a series on him.
Yeah.
God, to this
long series.
To this day, I am fascinated that someone out there is called Wolfgang. It's just one of the things I'm just like, it's like when there's actually some, I think, what was that guy who did the sequel to Taken, Olivier Megaton?
Oh, right.
It's a badass name. Goddamn.
But yeah. It is such a good movie. Like, watching this film makes you forget that you're waiting for the Nazis to die.
That's also a film where there are multiple versions.
Yes, this is the director's cut, so this is the one that takes all of your life.
Wolfgang
and there's a commentary.
Wolfgang Van Halen. And this is why we need a movies. Well, never mind.
Must be hard living in a dictatorial third world country. Yes, it must be, Mr. Miles.
Must be.
Well, I do. I live in Canada.
Of course. Dances with Wolves.
On Blu-ray. My dad wanted this on Blu-ray. I wonder if it has a Kevin Costner document or audio commentary. Audio commentary. Kevin Costner. Fuck. This is on the list.
It was
I don't even want to watch the movie again. I just want to hear Kevin Costner masturbate for 3 hours. All right. So Death Race 2. Unrated. So my dad was obviously half in the bag. Anybody want a digital copy?
I think that's expired.
Give it a go. See what happens.
Try calling customer service to see if it's still there. Not valid until 2011. Jeesh. That paper is older than most newborns.
Who's in it? Who's in Death Race 2? Oh, Danny Trejo.
Older than most what?
Danny Trejo.
Is that Michael Clark Duncan?
No, can't be. He died before that movie came out. Maybe look at the cast.
I could, but I don't want to.
I didn't even see what the name was. What was it?
Death Race 2.
Death Race
No.
2 unrated.
Oh, it's the same movie there. You just turned it
Oh,
around.
You
Ving
could have
Rhames.
downloaded the code.
How the hell are you confusing Michael Clark Duncan and Ving Rhames?
Well, because I'm clearly a racist.
Yes, clearly.
Darkest Hour is a great movie.
Yep. Well-deserved Oscar.
I've never seen it.
You should.
I just got it on 4K.
Ah, see, another flex.
I had
There
to
we
flex
go.
it.
I love that movie.
Deja Vu.
I love that movie. Saw it with my dad, had a great time.
Who
That's
else
Tony
is in
Scott,
this?
right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
Val
great
Kilmer's
Scott.
in this. Tony Scott flick. Never seen this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, he's great.
Very good.
You miss him.
Who is
Dark.
this?
Never seen that
Jonathan
one.
Demme?
Dark Blue.
Is
I
that
think
like
I heard
a-
that one. I didn't see it. Scotty's beer is getting lonely, says Mr. Miles.
No, it's fine.
He needs rum. Is that
Probably.
a cop procedural?
Well, no. You know what? The thing is, the weird thing about Dark Blue is that when it got released, it was around the same time as Training Day.
Oh.
And so there was like this bad cop vibe going through movies. And this one felt like I don't know. It was a little more PG than Training Day. So
I think there was also a TV show with Dylan McDermott called Dark Blue on TNT.
oh, there was. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then Trisha Helfer came in the second season, and then I really paid attention.
Well, whenever Trisha Helfer shows up, I come. So the next one is the DI.
Yeah, that's a classic. Jack Webb.
Yeah.
Look at those chiclets. Seriously, look at those chiclets. God damn. That is some polished chiclets, man.
Oh my God. The Blu-ray.
The remake
Death
of
Wish.
Death Wish. Mm.
Poor. God damn it, Bruce. Like in hindsight, the reason why he did it is now more tragic than it is, but it's just like, God damn it, Bruce.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Miles. He's got to eat. Pop back in later if we're still streaming.
I mean, you can watch and eat, but okay.
Do you got Aladdin in 1992? I do. I don't know if Scott's dad does. Daniel.
We don't know
Dead
what's coming
and-
out. This is just we're literally shuffling cards.
Dead and Tombstone. I've not heard of that, but it's Danny Trejo in the lead. I like that.
Oh, it's
And
got
Mickey-
Anthony Michael Hall.
and Mickey Rourke.
Ah, so this is all the people in the unemployment line. Audio commentary.
Danny Trejo is the perfect example of being able to make a living, being a big name, and not being a big celebrity.
Well, and also I make jokes, but Danny Trejo is also an example of turning your life around. So
Yeah.
I do admire.
I respect it. I'm just saying that he is a perfect example of, hey, he was able to do it. He's not a big name.
Deep
Impact.
Impact. I think I saw that once back in '98.
It's actually, I like it.
I like it too. It's just that Armageddon just kicked his ass.
Well, yeah, Armageddon is way more fun. But this one is, I don't know, I wouldn't call it realistic, but it's just like, yeah, shit goes down.
You got to
like-
have Back
I-
to the Future. Well, Daniel, you'll have to go back and check the previous video for A's.
Oh, and it's directed by a woman.
Yeah.
That's why
Women.
no one liked it when Armageddon came out, is because it was directed by a woman.
It's one of those examples where people always talk about like female directed movies, but they always forget the ones that were actually directed by women. But because
Speaking of women,
it came out before they were born, they don't acknowledge it.
Hmm.
I knew a woman and she had two favorite movies. One of them was The Bridges of Madison County, and the other one was this. I watched this.
I did
and
not
I cried. And then I watched The Bridges of Madison County, and I cried. And I realized that nothing that this woman could ever do to me was going to make me do anything but cry.
This was the Shout Select version I got. This was a blind buy.
Oh, shit. That's rad.
I would love to have that.
It was a blind buy. I watched it, and I gotta say, I wasn't that impressed with it.
It's just such a character piece.
It is. I thought the first 15 minutes was great. I have no understanding of why they spent like 45 minutes at the wedding scene, and it was just so jarring right after.
You to know the character.
I felt like I already did in the first 15 minutes, and it was so jarring to cut from them at the wedding to suddenly reuniting in Vietnam without even having any segment of them being separated on their own thing. It was just very jarring.
But the thing is when the one guy, like I think it was Christopher Walken, doesn't recognize Robert De Niro at the end, he just doesn't recognize him, and it is so jarring. And I think that, like, again, when I saw it, it was one of those things where I had to switch DVDs. Like, it was like, okay, you finished tape 1, insert tape 2. And I was like, I don't know if I want to insert tape 2. And when I watched it, it was important that I had the history with the characters from the wedding to know the disconnect and devastation. So while, I appreciated the artistry of it, but I was like, this bitch is crazy if she thinks I want to fall in love with someone who's going to forget me and shoot herself.
Daniel's Hot Topics remembers watching Armageddon and was so scared he's crying in the car after the movie.
Armageddon?
Apparently.
How old were you?
Yes, that is the appropriate question. Well, I hope you got over it. I remember being in the backseat of my parents' car when I went to the drive-in, and I watched E.T., and I was crying very, very much because I thought E.T. had left.
Like an original release, or?
Well, it was at the drive-in. I was in the backseat of the car. It wasn't last Thursday.
But an original, like, theatrical release? Like first run?
Well, as close as a first run as you can get at the drive-in. Yeah.
How old were you?
I don't know. Maybe 4? When did E.T. come out?
You remember that at 4 years old?
I think he was 4 years old when E.T. came out.
God damn. I appreciate that memory retention of yours. I don't remember what I did at 4. God damn. We can thank E.T. for that. By the way, when you showed... Oh, he's frozen. Oh, no way, he's still moving.
He's not frozen.
I thought he was frozen for a second. Sorry.
The Devil's Brigade. Let's see. William Holden, Cliff Robertson, Vince Edwards. Sounds like another one of many war. You know, they say that for every war movie you see on TV, there's like 20 of them that never get aired on TV because they weren't as good. I don't know if that falls in that category or not.
Well, you know, like, you can binge watch Band of Brothers, or you can watch The Devil's Brigade. It'll take less time.
Daniel's Hot Topic says he was 11 years old when he saw Armageddon in '98 and was scared because he thought it was going to happen.
Well,
I hope you got over it. Yo.
That's fair.
District 9. I like that one.
The last great Neil Blomkamp movie.
Yeah,
the first great Neil Blomkamp.
For humans.
Well, whenever he makes a good movie like District 9, call me.
Report Non-Humans Band. Well, yeah, this is
I like Elysium.
Film.
That movie also gave us Sharlto Copley, and he's been one note since.
Director's commentary
with Peter Jackson.
No, it says director's commentary
with Peter Jackson.
He was not the director. Try again, Charlie.
Well, he practically made it. I'm being a dick to Neil Blomkamp. Day of the Dead. Never seen it.
I think I saw that. Is that the one where they're kind of hunkered down at that warehouse or whatever by the airstrip or something?
It is the final chapter in the original.
I think I've seen it.
Romero trilogy. It is an interesting
Digimax.
Daniel's Hot
Denouement?
Topic says District 9 was going to get a sequel. I'm not sure about that. I remember there was rumors. I don't know if it was ever something that was an official thing that was going to happen.
They've been talking about it.
It was always being talked about. Same way as we were supposed to get a Peter Jackson-led Halo movie, and then we got the shitty TV show.
Let's see what we got there. Does I say 2 versions of the movie? Don't know what movie it is yet.
But it includes the theatrical and the unrated.
Yeah, well, it doesn't tell me what it is. Okay.
There it is. Disappearing.
So he's got both of them. He's got Death Race and Death Race 2.
Well, at least he's got the better one.
Well, he's got both. No, he doesn't have the better one because he doesn't have the original. Fucking loser. That's right.
The better one between those 2 remake ones.
Oh, who does this? Oh, it's a Shout release. It's a Hitler movie.
That's an excellent film.
Yes,
excellent movie. It's
shouldn't be dismissed
hours,
as a Hitler movie.
2.5 hours, but it flies by. I've seen it like 3 times.
Yep, great movie.
Very accurate, based on actual testimony from people who were actually in the bunker at the end.
Is there an English dub?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't watch the English dub.
It won't have the same impact, trust me.
All right. Speaking of Danny Trejo,
Dead Again in Tombstone. That's the name of the sequel.
Oh, Danny, never change. Where's that anaconda when you need it?
Daniel's Hot Topic says he can't wait to see The Mask 2 and Ace Ventura 3.
Oh, God bless you, Daniel.
Yes, God bless you for that, because they did make a Mask sequel. It was horrible.
Son of the Mask.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Is that Deadwood the movie?
Doesn't have the show.
I have to watch that show because I didn't have HBO back when that was on, so I missed the vote on that.
Oh, it still holds up. I haven't continued it because a lot of stuff was happening around that time, but that first season was very good. It has an almost bait and switch because it's actually trying to depict with real people about, farming for gold and establishing the West, kind of like Horizon for Kevin Costner. But it had J. Jonah Jameson, freaking Christ.
Oh, J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons. I don't know why I stuttered there. Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, you're fine.
He looked pretty badass, and then he was only there for 1 season.
There can only be one pro in this con: Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Steve Martin, Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
Ooh. Is it directed by Frank Oz? It is directed by Frank Oz. Is there an audio commentary? There is an audio commentary with Frank Oz. That is all the fucking pile.
Obsessed with audio commentaries, Jesus.
I am obsessed with it because, well, no, but I like hearing the ins and outs of the filmmaking process from the horse's mouth. And there is something about these older movies that have the audio commentaries where it's a more earnest form of special feature. It's like I've listened to Kevin Smith. I've listened to oh my God, who directed The Thing?
John
Carpenter movies.
Yeah.
Like his audio commentaries are gold. Like there are certain audio commentaries that they just give good audio commentaries, and especially considering a certain era. And so, but Frank Oz audio commentary, first things first. That is Fozzie Bear giving me an audio commentary.
Daniel's Hot Topic says, Ace Ventura 3 is being written by the writers of Sonic the Hedgehog, and Jim Carrey is on board.
Thank heavens.
I doubt it. By the way, Scott, on that topic, what is the most disappointing commentary you've come across?
Oh.
Because at some point you have to...
The director's commentary by Stuart Baird from Star Trek Nemesis.
Why?
Because Stuart Baird had no business directing a Star Trek movie.
So
when he did the audio commentary,
the commentary, to be clear, Domestic Disturbance with John Travolta and Vince Vaughn. I've not seen it.
Neither have I.
No,
why is her name? What's her name?
Isn't that Ben Stiller's wife in that movie, Meet the Fockers?
No, yeah, exactly. That's her. Like Pillow.
Can we see the names?
I don't know. Look it up.
But it's you have it right there. Just move the thing.
John Travolta, Vince Vaughn, Terry Polo.
Yes.
Oh, and Steve Buscemi's in this.
Wasn't she in that lawyer show before Boston Legal came out?
Maybe.
If there are no follow-up questions, I'm going to say yes. Great.
The day after tomorrow.
In celebration of Ronald Reagan.
You know what? This movie has a scene when they're at the Museum of Natural History and they're standing in front of the mammoth, right, on the display. Yeah. And they're talking about how, it's from an ice age, and they're talking about how when the ice age happened, if it got frozen up while it still had food in its system and it was eating it. And I don't know why I felt that in this movie that mammoth was going to melt, come to life, and start, walking around causing mayhem. I'm just like, why did I think that was going to happen? And there's a scene when they're in the frozen streets of New York and they hear this large booming sound through the streets, and it's a giant ship. But for a moment, I thought it was the mammoth just walking around. And then I'm thinking, wait, if everything's going cold, how the fuck is this thing going to thaw out? Why would I even think it was going to thaw out?
It would have been great.
It would have been a twist, that's for sure. The Da Vinci Code. That gets an unnecessary hate, I swear. People take it way too seriously.
It's pretty slow and boring.
I liked it. I liked the whole thing about, this is interesting, a mystery about the Mona Lisa. I was like, great. I was into it when it came out.
Yeah, I think the movie actually flows better than the book because his books are just cookie cutter, copy paste of the same plot over and over again. But the movie was fine, enjoyable.
Second one
had plus side. It is the widescreen edition.
That's true.
Yeah, and the second movie, it was nice to see Obi-Wan be a Sith for the whole movie.
Yeah, his dad has that in the collection. We looked at that the other day. Let's see, this one's Death Hunt. Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin. What's this about?
This is about men being men. I think actually Lee Marvin plays a Mountie in this movie.
Oh, so it's on the Yukon.
And Charles Bronson is the
ultimate showdown.
Wow.
Just look at that plane go.
How long is it? It's based on the incredible story, true story.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
There we go. So I'm going to finish this off, not with a roar, but with a wet fart. Our third and final interpretation
of Death on the Nile.
Of Death on the Nile. This is the Johnny Depp one. The Kenneth Branagh. Or no, Johnny Depp's not in this one. Kenneth Branagh is in this one.
That's the Armie Hammer one.
Right. This is Justice for Armie Hammer, if that is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an interview with him on Bill Maher, and really, it's just okay. People jump the gun on him, but it is what it is.
I've said I'd eat other people's faces.
He was very open and honest in that interview, and I respect that.
Oh.
He was just on a lot of drugs when that happened, and it is what it is.
Well, we're in luck once again, ladies and gentlemen, because my father did not throw this one away. But if you would like the code to Death on the Nile, starring Kenneth Branagh and an alleged cannibal, please, this is for you. Oh no! It all fell over. And that is why the last movie that I have is a double. It's The Departed.
You showed us that one already, yeah.
No, but this is a different copy.
Was it purchased
He
or
has
stolen?
2.
What a coincidence, because I have a second copy as well.
Well, now you're just showing off, Kat.
This one's just
So
a
that's
regular
it.
Blu-ray one. This is just a regular Blu-ray.
Oh, so you can't flex this time.
No.
So that is
Oh,
the
this is
season
prettier.
of D's. We're done. It's over. We're gonna come back. We're gonna
Missed
do
it.
the EFGs,
Okay.
but
I like
but we're done for now.
Nice.
Well, thanks for joining us,
No,
Daniel
Mr.
Hot
Miles.
Topics, Matt G, and Mr.
Oh,
Miles, and
Mr. Miles went to go eat dinner.
Chief Judge Finity, and
So what? I have to do the
Phantom
EFGs now?
Organist, Tiger Stripes, Lemon
No,
Pie.
it's okay. It'll be okay. He'll be back.
But yes, thanks to all of you guys for showing up. I thanked the whole, and the Dead Man, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Cinematic Universe. He showed up too.
Yeah, he did.
Which was
Showed up
rad.
for more ways than one.
He
Good
kept
night,
his
Nancy.
he kept his trolling to a minimum. See, this is how I break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Looking dapper as fuck.
All right. So we're done?
I mean, if you want to be.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your rodeo.